Yogananda, the Astral World, a spiritual vision of life and beyond. Dear Walking Soul, this video is a summary of a lecture given by Paramahansa Yogananda in one of his countless moments of sharing with others. His deeply enlightened spirit guides us through the explanation of true reality, where our spirit and soul live and evolve after our earthly experience. The astral world is a fascinating and profound concept, often described as a dimension beyond the physical plane in which we live. According to Paramahansa Yogananda, a great spiritual teacher, the astral world is the place from which we come at birth and to which we return after death. But why should we care about this invisible world? The answer is simple, because it is there that we can rediscover our true nature, free from the limitations of body and mind. Before continuing, I ask you to support my work with a like, subscribing to the channel, and clicking on the bell so you don't miss the new videos created for you. Thank you. Our journey between the material and the astral. Yogananda explains that before we were born, we existed as souls enveloped in an astral body. This astral body is much more subtle and vibrant than the physical body we now inhabit. However, once we are born on Earth, we forget this connection with the astral world and identify completely with our material body. It is precisely this forgetfulness that causes much of our suffering. We live in a world full of limitations, illness, pain, conflicting emotions, and daily difficulties. But all of this is only a small part of reality. The astral world, on the other hand, is a place of infinite freedom. There are no physical limitations, no illness, no aging. It is a realm where everything is possible, where the mind can create reality with a simple thought. Yogananda invites us to reconnect with this higher dimension, not only to prepare for life after death, but to live a fuller and more conscious life here and now. Life on Earth, a school for the soul. Life on Earth is often compared to a school. We come here to learn, grow, and overcome our karmic challenges. When a soul leaves the astral world to incarnate on Earth, it goes through a process of adaptation. The baby in the mother's womb, for example, feels restricted and wants to come out, but it must wait 9 months. Once born, he faces the difficulties of childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. He has to struggle with passions, emotions, and desires that, if not controlled, can lead to suffering. Over time, the body ages, becomes sick, and eventually dies. This cycle of birth, growth, and death repeats itself over and over again. But Yogananda reminds us not to cling to this world as if it were the only reality. The Earth is only a shadow of the astral world, an approximate copy of a much more subtle and perfect dimension. The astral world, the source of creation. Everything that exists in the material world has its origin in the astral world. Every form, every force of nature, even the human body, was first conceived in the astral realm. It is as if the astral world were the blueprint and the physical world its material realization. Yogananda explains that the astral body and its counterparts in nature are far more beautiful and harmonious than their material versions. In the astral world, everything is made of light and vibration, and everything reflects the perfection of the Creator. However, the astral world is not the final goal. The ultimate goal of the soul is to realize its unity with God, the Creator of all. But to achieve this realization, we must first learn to transcend the illusions of the material world and rediscover our astral nature. Living consciously in the astral world. Yogananda teaches us that in reality, we are always connected to the astral world, even if we are not aware of it. Every night when we sleep, our soul travels to the astral world, but often we do not remember these experiences. During the day, our consciousness is focused on the material world, but when we dream or use our imagination, we are somehow coming into contact with the astral world. The problem is that we are so identified with our physical body and our material thoughts that we fail to perceive the underlying reality. However, it is from this astral reality that the life, intelligence, and sensory powers of our physical body flow. In other words, although we think we are material beings, we are actually constantly operating from the astral plane. Meditation, the key to accessing the astral world. Meditation is the main tool to reconnect with the astral world. It is not a magical or mysterious process, but a natural way to free ourselves from attachment to the physical body and shift our consciousness towards our spiritual nature. Through meditation, we can experience peace, joy, and happiness, but also free ourselves from the limitations of material existence. Yogananda invites us to meditate regularly, to concentrate on our third eye, the point between the eyebrows, and to visualize the astral light. When we open our spiritual eye, we can see the golden and blue light surrounding a silver star. By penetrating this star, we enter the kingdom of God, the astral world. The power of imagination. Imagination is not just fantasy, it is the bridge between the material and astral worlds. Everything we can imagine can become reality, provided our will is guided by wisdom. Yogananda gives examples such as human inventions. Someone imagined the automobile, electric lights, or the airplane, and today these things are realities. In the same way, through imagination and concentration, we can manifest our deepest desires. Living in astral consciousness. Yogananda urges us to live in the consciousness of our astral body, rather than identifying ourselves completely with the physical body. Imagine having two houses, one in a poor, chaotic neighborhood, and the other in a quiet, harmonious area. When you go to the best house, you find peace and serenity. In the same way, we should live in the consciousness of our astral being, instead of living in the slums of the material world. As long as we identify with the desires and demands of the physical body, we will always be in trouble. True happiness does not come from money or material goods, but from connection with God and the astral world. Yogananda reminds us that the kingdom of God is our true home, and we must live with this awareness, no matter what we are doing. Conclusion: the search for spiritual freedom. The material world is full of limitations and suffering, but it is not our true home. The astral world, with its beauty, harmony, and freedom, is where we belong. Through meditation, prayer, and concentration, we can rediscover this connection and live a more conscious and joyful life. Yogananda invites us not to wait until death to explore the astral world. We can begin now, while we are still alive, to transcend the illusions of the material world and rediscover our true spiritual nature. Life is an opportunity to grow, learn, and get closer to God. Let us not waste it chasing ephemeral things, but focus on the eternal, the light, love, and freedom of the astral world. If you liked the video, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it, and I would love to hear your comments about it. I always appreciate everything that comes from the heart, because it is the expression of each soul trying to reach its goal. Let us remember that we are all always connected, that we are cells of a sentient organism that is the universe, which guides us through all our earthly experiences, good or bad. In this way, it allows us to evolve and learn through our experience. Thank you, dear Alma, for being with us until the end in this fascinating journey of growth. See you in the next video. Thank you.